It's looking a very, very bad condition. The sellotape here is gone. I haven't even opened it, but you see, it's absolutely not a problem when a buyer buys something from you and decides he or she wants to send it back. As a matter of fact, I haven't even opened it, but I just felt like this is not the best. See, it's broken here. As you can see, there's a very big hole here, and it's got all manner of sellotapes. I've run my eBay shop for so long, offering free returns on my items, because I just feel it's an extended form of customer service. But the problem is, when these items are being sent back, more often than not, they are sent back in a very, very bad condition. This was a computer I sent to a buyer, holding it at the top, and also right here, it's pretty much broken. See, this is bad. This is absolutely unacceptable, and it's already very bad that the customer is returning this item for no reason. But don't get me wrong, it's not a problem. I accept returns. But when I sent out this item, I actually did a very good job in packing this with a very clean carton and included a lot of packaging materials in the event that the customer wants to send it back. But then customer messaged me and said, hey, I want to return this item. It doesn't meet my needs. I immediately went ahead and said, yes, it's not a problem. This is fine. Please do send back my computer and you will get a full refund of the purchase price. This was exactly how I received this packet. Everything looking in a very, very terrible condition. The package is damaged. I'm just going with the assumption that the computer inside the packet is still fine, but in any case, I'm going to go ahead and open it up so we can see exactly what the customer sent back to me. And this is a customer that expects to get a full refund of his money. Not a problem, he's going to get it. But this is just to show to you how buyers treat sellers in some instances. I'm not saying that all buyers are like this, but I have come across situations like this, not once, not twice. A situation where a buyer shabbily sends back an item and expects a full refund of the purchase price. I'm going to go ahead and open the packet. Hopefully the computer is still looking good, but I have very little hope that everything is still fine. So when I see things like this, the first question that comes to my mind is, what happened to the original packaging that I gave to the buyer? Because in the packaging, there are a lot of extra materials that the buyer could have as well used in the event of wanting to send back the computer. First of all, these are really a lot of cartons that are really not necessary. And if you take a look at the computer, there's absolutely no bubble wraps here. And initially when I sent this computer to the buyer, the computer was neatly bubble wrapped. And see this? These are all not necessary packaging materials. You see? And this is really bad. So far, I'm kind of lucky. I haven't seen any physical damage to the computer itself. Hopefully this is just a one lucky situation, because ideally with the way the customer had packed everything, there should have normally been a damage to the computer. So this is like a win situation for me, but I kind of see some liquid stain right here on the side, which is also not normal, because this computer was actually sent clean, and wouldn't know what this is exactly, but hopefully it's just some stains. So this is what we get sometimes, and this doesn't really tell well from the buyer's side, but inside the PC still looks good. Hopefully there was no damage of any sort. All right, so this is not fair when it comes to this is not fair when buyers decide to treat sellers like this. Of course, eBay protects its buyers, but in any case, this is also not a fair situation where a buyer buys an item and then go ahead to want to return it. It's poor enough that a customer buys something and then decides to return it for no reason. But then, like I said, it's not a problem. I accept returns at any given time, but this doesn't motivate me to want to offer free returns anymore, because I'm already losing money by sending these items to the buyer, and then the buyer is taking it in and wanting to send it back to me, only for me to receive a packet that is poorly packed. This is unacceptable. Just wanted to rant a little bit, but then it is what it is. This is part of the eBay process. This doesn't stop us. We're still going to be doing good customer service. Hopefully, we meet good buyers that will respect our work, respect the fact that reselling is already hard enough, and not make it harder for us. It's one of the bad things that you see while you resell. Somebody buying your item, it's bad enough that they want to return it, but the problem is when they send back these items, they send it in a really bad condition. It doesn't happen all the time, like I said, but whenever it happens, it's really a very big demotivation for the seller in question. You see, this doesn't encourage me to want to offer free returns, but given that I've been on this game for a very long time, it doesn't bother me, and I'm still going to continue to offer excellent customer service to buyers. But it's only a plea that buyers, please respect our work. It's already hard enough to be a reseller, and when you make it more difficult for us, when you disrespect the work that we put in and just send back an item that was properly sent to you in a shabby manner, it doesn't help us. It also doesn't tell well for you as a buyer. It really have made a lot of sense if the buyer has just done the right thing from the get-go and send the item properly and neatly back to the seller. In any case, this is not acceptable. Buyers, please respect our work. Reselling in itself is already very hard, and don't make it more difficult for us. In this case, it's a computer. It might be a smaller item. It doesn't matter how small it is. When you want to return an item, please take a minute to just sit back and say, look, I have to send back this item in a presentable manner. Yes, the buyer is king. It doesn't also make the seller less of a person than the buyer. It takes a good buyer to also make a good seller. You see, it takes two to tango. Do not make this work more difficult for us. Hopefully, this PC is in a working condition. I'm going to go ahead and issue a refund to the buyer. I typically don't tend to give reviews, but in this particular case, I'm being forced to give a review to the buyer because this is not what I expected to get back. Even though the computer in itself is not destroyed, this is also still a miracle to me because the packaging itself was a total miss. But then we do not let things like this discourage us. We keep on doing the good work that we are doing. Hopefully we keep meeting good buyers that will appreciate the things that we do and give us good reviews and respect the quality of our job. So have you ever received a return from a buyer and the item was sent back to you in a very bad condition? Go ahead and leave me a comment. I want to read about it. Let's talk about it. I hope this video has helped you. If it did, go ahead and click on the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Until I see you again, peace.